Hey everyone, my name is Adia Nuno and I am a Beachbody coach as well as the founder of Team Courageous Health Warriors. And I wanted to share with you a system that I have come up with after a year of coaching and just taking the things that work, taking the things that didn't work, and figuring out like what will work best in terms of your contact list and how to make the most out of your power hour. So I'm going to give you a couple points and I'm going to share my screen in just a moment. But first of all, the most important part is to start with a list. So at the beginning of each month, I create a list of 75 to 100 names. And creating that list is actually pretty simple, especially at the beginning, because I'm not creating a list of people who I think will be good candidates for a Beachbody program, or people who I think might want to drink Shakeology, or people who I think, will even care about what I have to say. I'm just creating a list of names. They may be family, they may be friends, they may be acquaintances. It doesn't matter. You're just creating a list. Now, one easy way to get a list made pretty quickly is to just go to your Facebook friend list and just start writing down all the names. Once you get to 75 to 100, you can stop and save the rest for next month. Or you can continue and save that page of name, the next page of names for the following month. Either way, don't think that you only have to put down on the list people who you know or people who you think might be interested. That's not what it's about at all. It's totally about just making a list of names. So number one, make your list. Number two, once you have your list, you're going to begin going down the list and simply contacting 3 to 5 people per day. And when you make that contact, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to keep track of it. Now, when I say contact, I don't mean invite to anything. I just mean reach out. Let them know that that they've got your attention. What I do is I simply say, hey, how you doing? Just stopping by to say hi. I hope you're having a great summer. And I usually give some sort of compliment. Okay, so that's how simple it can be. But to be a little bit more strategic in the step, here's what I do. The first thing I do is when I choose a name, I spend about 1 to 2 minutes on their Facebook page learning about what's new with them, and I like and comment on a few of their posts or pictures. It's important to comment because likes are a dime a dozen, but comments are like gold. People love when you engage in their posts, when you engage on something they posted. It makes people feel special. It makes me feel special when people do that. So I spend 1 to 2 minutes doing that. Then second, I send the message. Once again, hey, Kelly, how are you? Just stopping by to say hi, and I hope you're having a great summer. You're beautiful, or something along those lines. And then you just leave it at that. Now, once I do that, I make sure to put the list into a spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up that spreadsheet. And it's just kind of a running list of contacts. And so here it is. This is a sample that I made. It's very, very basic. I mean, you don't even see very much on this page. Here's where I'm starting, my name. So I just put my name in there. The initial connection, when was it made? So I keep track of when I spoke with people, and a follow-up date. Now, if someone engages in conversation with me, my follow-up is I'm just going to continue to speak with them. I'm not going to wait to follow up with them, 3 or 4 days later or however long. Okay, so but you do want to put a follow-up date because you'll want to come back to that. Next, you want to put a little note, something that you learned from their Facebook page or something that you learned from what they told you. Okay, so very simple. Name, initial connection, follow-up date, a little note. Now, while you're talking to them, you learn that they have some sort of health interest or an income interest. Maybe they're talking about their job and, it just doesn't pay enough. It just doesn't support them. Or maybe they're talking about, they're doing great, but they don't understand why their kids keep getting sick over and over. So then I'll highlight them with one of these colors so that it kind of just reminds me of what I can kind of keep in mind when I'm speaking to them. Okay, so pretty simple. All you do is make the list, go down the list, each person, spend 1 to 2 minutes on their Facebook page, then send them a quick message, then add them to your contact list. All right, and the third step is invite them. So once you've made the contact, you don't have to wait too long to invite to something. Yes, it's very important to want to know what they are, what their needs are, but at the same time, you don't want to wait too long. You never know when your invite might actually bring a need to the forefront, it might bring to attention something that they've had on their mind the whole time. So for the invites, basically, I will invite them to a group opportunity versus a specific group. I kind of keep it more general because I think that everyone has something different that might work for them. So I might have a 21-day challenge group going on, and then also a free clean eating group that's going to go on, a 5-day group. I may even have just a 3-day group going on. And I think that different people are going to need different things. So I just invite them to the group in general. And here's kind of something that I would say in a message. Here's just an example. Hey, I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but I have an upcoming health and fitness encouragement group beginning soon, and I wanted to see if you had any interest. The participation can be as little as 5 minutes per day, and the length of the group is between 3 to 21 days, depending on what suits you best. This group would be perfect for anyone who's got any sort of health and fitness goals, such as toning up or losing weight or just getting some new recipes. Not only have I found it helpful for myself, but it has really helped me create change in people's nutrition and fitness. And I'd love to have some more perspective in the group. So if it's something you'd be interested in, I'd love to get you more information. Okay, so pretty straight to the point, not giving too much information, but just seeing if there's an interest there. Okay, once I do that, I am going to move them into my invite spreadsheet. So here's my sample invite follow-up and spreadsheet. So basically, again, I put my name first and I move myself to the invite list. I always will close out that person on the contact list once they move to invite. That way, I'm not having to work with their names on 2 different spreadsheets. I just know that I've already contacted them. Now it's time to follow up for the invites. So here's an example. My name, initial invite, follow-up date, because you want to make sure you're following up within a good amount of time. Otherwise, people just forget about what's going on and what you're doing. And then I just put, I invited to challenge group. She said she's got a lot going on right now and has no time. Okay, no problem. This is a response that we hear all the time. It's completely understandable. One thing is people don't really understand that we're not asking them to meet somewhere and spend an hour and a half of their day, but sometimes people are just overwhelmed as it is, and I can completely relate. So I put on the not right now, a date right there so that I just know, because most no's are not right now. I will follow back up with that person at another point in time. Okay, here's another example. Here's Jessica. I invited her. I did all these on the same day because we always want to get 3 to 5 invites out a day. I invited her to the challenge group. She said she might be interested depending on what it entails. So I highlighted it yellow just to give me, again, a clue into what I'm kind of working with. Is she maybe interested in more? That'll make her definitely a priority on my list. I want to make sure I follow up with her and get her the information that she needs. Another example is Ivan. I invited him to the challenge group. He said it's just what he needs, and he ended up purchasing a challenge pack or purchasing something, and so I highlighted him green. This way, when I'm going back through my invite list to know who I'm supposed to follow up with, I can, number one, check by the follow-up date, and you can actually highlight everything, and you can sort it by the follow-up date, which in this case, all of them are the same, but then that will give you an idea of who you should be following up with when. And also it'll help me know that, okay, Ivan's already a customer. I'm gonna contact him. He's already, super high priority on my list. I'm working with him. I'm helping him reach his goals. On the other hand, Adia over here, I'm gonna check in with her every now and then just see how she's doing, but I've already done the invite. She's not ready, and that's okay. So the color coding just really helps me. So overall, once you start doing that, what happens is after you've made your contact list and you just start going down the list and doing the contacts, inevitably some people are going to respond. And with those responses, you're going to create conversations. Those are going to be your follow-ups. And then within a day or two or a couple days, you're inviting them to your group. So as long as you're constantly going down your list and connecting with people, you're always going to have people to invite. It's really that simple. Now, once again, when not everyone's going to say yes, it's not for everyone all the time. You know, for some people, it won't be for them ever, but for the majority of people, what we have is something that is useful, something that is healthy, something that is pure, and, you know, we have the right motives in terms of helping people. So it's only a matter of time before your customer base will start really growing, and you'll really start to see the benefits of being a Beachbody coach and being able to help people. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope that, you know, you're able to gain some, whether it be a system or just a way of recording your contacts. I hope you benefited some way from this video. Please feel free to comment below with any questions, or you're also able to email me, and I'd love to help you out. If you're part of my team or if you're part of another team, either way, I am here to be able to serve in whatever way that I can. So so just feel free to contact me no matter what, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great day.